Well, hi, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me in my shop here on June 1st. Oh my gosh, it's June now. And 2023, in case you don't know what year it is. And I haven't been in my shop much because the weather has been just fantastic here. Pretty hot. Today it's getting quite hot. Sunny all day. Wow, lots of yard work getting done. But I'm in here this morning for a quick shot at this radio. Just in thinking about it when I did the last video, I kind of concluded, well, that's about all I can do with it. And that is just about all I can do with it, but there is a little more. I can take a more formal approach at double checking the alignment of the local oscillator and the front end tuning. And we're going to try to do this using the scope, which you can see on the screen, and a sweep generator here. We're going to see what shows up on the scope. Excuse me. The oscilloscope is connected to the AVC inside the radio at the volume control. That's where it's hooked up. Okay, I'm going to be impressing a sweep across the entire AM broadcast band. Impressing it on this antenna using this one. Hooked up to my signal generator there. Let's see what happens. Okay, put on the power. Here we go. I don't think there's anything seriously wrong with the alignment at this point, but I thought, well, I should really check this out. I've got everything set up to do it. I should really do it. So are we expecting something to show up on the oscilloscope there? No, my sweep is, the sweep is actually running, but there's no output. So here we go with the output. Okay. Well, that's not much to see there, is it? A little dip at the front. Wow, there's a little more. Oh boy, somebody explain all that. What is going on there? Okay, so when I turn down the signal that's on the white antenna here, you begin to see what I'm sure is noise. Let me just stop the sweep here completely. Yeah, so it's not sweeping across the scope. So there's a noise signal, no doubt coming from the antenna. Now I can probably tune that away a little bit. Let's go to a quiet spot here. Going way at the high end. Let's try right around 900 or so. Okay, no, there's a lot of weird stuff there. You can see the AVC voltage is represented on the scope by the height of this line. So if I encounter a signal, it begins to come down. Here's a very quiet spot here. Oh yeah. There we are. So that sweep from this side of the scope, the other side of the scope, is the entire AM band from 500, 550 up to 1700, something like that. We could guess that the tuning spot, where are we here? This peak that you see here is the front end tuning. We could guess that. You can hear all that stuff, right? So what I'm looking at and listening, I'm looking at this. I'm watching it and listening as I tune. Tune the wrong way. don't know, every one of those little jumps that's happening right in here, I can hear that, some kind of change in the radio. It's very hard to hear. What is it? I got no idea, but I'm sure I'm fascinated. Okay, so you can see the pointer's coming up around 800. Now, how do we know that's 800? Well, how do we know that? So we got 10 across here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 10 of these spaces. So 10 spaces across approximately 500 to 1500, approximately a million. So it's 100,000 per spot. Is this helping me? So we would go 500,000, 600, 750. And the dial says 850. That's an incredibly inaccurate way of doing this. And all kinds of stuff can be wrong when I can move it around like this. I have to put another signal in or if I just stop the sweep. No, it doesn't work. Okay, turn that down. We don't need to listen to that. Okay, so question is, what frequency is this at? What frequency is dialed in? What's the frequency of the local oscillator? And I don't think we're going to see the local oscillator on here at all. We'll have to see that on the SDR. Okay, I'm going to stop and get the SDR going too. Okay, here we go. Now on the SDR you see all kinds of lines. One of those is the local oscillator. So I'm going to tune the radio a bit and we'll look on the SDR for what is moving. Let's see. Okay, so you can see something moving on the SDR. Okay, so I am going to set that to 1,455,000, which might be right around there. So we see the red line now is set at 1,455,000. And let me just tune the radio so the oscillator's right on 1,455,000. There we are. This radio is ready now to tune 1,000,000 hertz. So we still don't know. We still don't know exactly where this is. But another signal generator in here. I think that's what I got to do. Okay, we'll bring in another signal generator. Get another loop. Try to avoid connecting these things right together. The signal generators right together. Just keep using loops. Okay, here's a loop. We'll stick that behind the other loops. Many loops. Many loops spoil the alignment. So nowadays, some kind of saying. Okay. So the signal generator over here. Right now it's set to 455, which is kind of interesting. We'll want to take this up to 1,000,000. 1,000,000. I think 1,000,000 would be good. Okay, so this is around 1,000,000. Oh, look at that. You can hear a little shoo-wee. Let's turn this up. Now, let's think about what's happening. What's happening is that I pass this signal through the sensitive front end of the radio. Yeah, let's keep thinking about it. Well, I would say that's interesting. Right on 1,000,000. And the pointer here, take a look at the pointer. So the pointer is bent a little bit. The top of it is lined up with the 1,000,000. The bottom's a little off. The top is dead on. Yeah, that's just too good to be believed. Let's try another spot. Excuse me. Another easy spot would be 6. Go down to 6. Use the top part of the pointer. That supposedly is 6 now. 600. So the local oscillator should be 1055 is where we should find it. And so we'll make this go to 1055. Is there a local oscillator there? It looks like there's something right near it. Let me just move this a little bit. So it's a little low here. The real question is, where is this? Where is this peak now? Okay, so we'll tune the other marker signal generator down to 600. And we'll see what happens. Up to 600, in fact. Here we go. 400, 500, coming up around 600 here. There we are. See, it's actually tuning 590. The pointer's very, very close to 590. Okay, so do those things all add up? Does 590 add up with a slightly low local oscillator setting? So what am I talking about? Well, I'm losing it already. Got too much stuff going here. So think now. Also, all I'm thinking about is going outside. Shame on me. Okay, so if the radio's tuned to 600, the local oscillator should be at 1,055,000. 1,055,000 is marked with the red line, just going over everything here. But the local oscillator is actually low. So it just strikes me that oscillator's a little low and the front end tuning just a little low. So at this point, it's although it says it's tuning 600, it's actually tuning 590, but the alignment is good. That's what I would say about that. I don't think there's anything to do here. I mean, no one's going to be upset if this on the dial isn't 590. Or I just correct it all. Starting with the pointer being bent. How can you bend it? You can't even get in there. Okay, I can't straighten it out. We'll say this is 600. So we'll force everything to 600 now. So, first of all, I'm going to set this signal generator, the marker generator, to 600. We're going to move the front end tuning to 600. That's this set of plates here. Okay, now watching the oscilloscope display, and nothing happened. That's not very good. Silence in here. How could this not be moving around? When I change the big capacitor, the tuning point moves around, but the trimmer doesn't seem to do a thing. Well, I guess that's over. Okay, so it's stuck where it's stuck. It means we do want the local oscillator to be where it is. Okay, so how do we make sure that now that I've messed this up a bit? Well, we set this peak to precisely something. We'll pick 600. So I'm going to force the local oscillator to 1055. Okay, so that's marked here by the red line. And you'll see the oscillator move. Why am I so uncomfortable with everything here? Get onto the red line. The radio's being affected by this too. Okay, so it's right on the red line. So what I've done is I've arranged it so the local oscillator is causing the converting properly. Don't say anymore. Don't say anymore, Jim. I think we're on the money here. We're on the money. $600, everything's 600. It's all good. 600 on there too. It's all telling me 600. Okay, everything off. Everybody away. Everything off. Everything off. Everything away. We're gonna play the radio and find out. Well, it is playing. Okay, we can leave this AVC connection, I think. Get my scope sweep in there. I don't like the dot on it. Okay, radio. Doing the swooshy thing, isn't it? Everything I tune in comes with a okay, tune this back in. So I have the feeling it's on the verge of, or it's in the process of regeneration. I'm gonna detune. Kick me in the rear. I'm going to detune the IF a little bit. Oh. Still loads of swooshy noises. Wrong spot. No French station, he declares. Okay, the only way for me to be sure about what's going on with this radio now is to take it out of here, out of my shop, put it somewhere that's noise-free, and see what happens, because I can't tell if that's interference that's causing some of that or the radio itself. It's still got a tendency to oscillate. It sounds to me like it still has a tendency to oscillate. But it could be in another location that may be quite acceptable how it operates. So can't find that out in my shop, unfortunately. So I think that's it for this radio. I do plan, I have a whole bunch of radios here I've worked on. I plan to put them all in a, outside or somewhere like that, play them and see how they all work. That's one of my schemes, one of my plans. Okay, I've beat the heck out of this radio though. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I don't know what's next. Something in here will be next.